Hi, everyone. Today, I want to share the inspiring story of my friend Sarah, who learned English through hard work and determination. Let's dive into her journey and the struggles she overcame to master the language.
Hello everyone, I'm Sarah, and today I'm delighted to share with you my adventure in learning English, a journey filled with unexpected lessons and joyous victories. When I first arrived from Colombia, I was engulfed by the sounds of English. It was like stepping into a bustling cafe where every conversation seemed just out of reach. I felt isolated, unable to express even basic thoughts. I remember trying to order a coffee and ending up with a completely different drink. Enrolling in an evening class. Determined to bridge this gap, I enrolled in an evening language class. That's where I met Anna, an English teacher whose love for music and interactive teaching style completely changed my approach. Anna would use popular English songs in class, encouraging us to listen and then sing along to improve our pronunciation and rhythm. This was not just fun, it was a revelation. Additionally, Anna organized weekly language games and role-playing activities, which made learning dynamic and interactive. For instance, we had a role-playing session where I had to act as a customer in a restaurant, which greatly helped in practical conversations. Integrating music into learning. Inspired by Anna's methods, I started integrating music into my daily routine. Every morning, I sang along to English hits while preparing breakfast. It was a joyful way to learn, and slowly, the lyrics I belted out started making sense. One of my favorite songs was Yesterday by the Beatles. Singing along not only improved my pronunciation, but also helped me understand sentence structure and idiomatic expressions. I also created playlists of different genres, from pop to jazz, to expose myself to various accents and vocabulary. I even started attending local karaoke nights, which became a fun way to practice and gain confidence in my speaking abilities.
Hey friends! Did you know learning English can be as fun as playing my favorite video games? Stick around and let's level up together.
Engaging with the language practically. But music was just one part of my learning tapestry. Anna encouraged us to engage with the language in practical settings. One of the most challenging yet rewarding assignments was to volunteer at a local community center. There, I had to interact in English, assisting with activities and conversing with locals. Each interaction, each stumble, and each recovery improved my confidence exponentially. For instance, organizing a game night for children required me to explain rules and manage conversations entirely in English. Additionally, I participated in local meetups and language exchange events to practice speaking with native speakers. One memorable experience was hosting a small workshop on Colombian cooking, where I had to describe recipes and cooking techniques in English. Organizing a community event. The real test came when I was asked to help organize a community event. From planning meetings to discussing logistics, I navigated complex conversations, often fumbling for words but always pushing forward. The event was a success, and more importantly, it was a turning point for me. My fear of speaking had diminished significantly. I remember having to coordinate with local vendors, a task that seemed daunting but ended up being a great practical exercise in using English. One specific instance was negotiating with a baker to provide cakes for the event, which required careful listening and clear communication. Learning vocabulary. One of the best pieces of advice Anna gave us was to expand our vocabulary through reading. She suggested finding materials that were both interesting and at our comprehension level. I started with children's books and gradually moved on to young adult novels. For instance, reading Harry Potter not only captivated me but also introduced me to a wide range of new words in context. Anna also recommended using vocabulary notebooks. Every new word I encountered, I wrote down along with its meaning and an example sentence. Reviewing this notebook daily became an effective routine. For example, I learned words like bewildered and serendipity, and would try to use them in sentences throughout the day. Additionally, I used flashcards and language apps like Anki to regularly test myself on new vocabulary. I also created a Word of the Day challenge with my friends where we would each learn and use a new word daily. Improving pronunciation. Improving pronunciation was another critical area. Anna introduced us to the shadowing technique, where you listen to a native speaker and repeat immediately after them. This mirrors the way children learn their first language. I practiced this with audio recordings of speeches and even movie dialogues. For example, I would shadow scenes from Friends, which helped me get a feel for natural conversational English. Additionally, Anna emphasized the importance of focusing on intonation and rhythm. She recommended listening to TED Talks and trying to mimic the speaker's cadence and stress patterns, which was immensely helpful. Over time, I noticed my pronunciation becoming more fluid and natural. I also use language learning apps like Elsa Speak to get feedback on my pronunciation and track my progress. Job and practical experience. The real-world practice didn't stop at volunteering. I secured a part-time job at a cafe where I interacted with customers daily. This job was instrumental in honing my practical language skills. From taking orders to making small talk, each conversation was a lesson. I remember a customer asking for a recommendation on pastries, and I successfully explained the ingredients and flavors, which felt like a major milestone. Additionally, my job at the cafe provided me with an opportunity to understand various English accents, as our customers were from diverse backgrounds. This exposure was crucial in developing my listening skills. I even made friends with regular customers who would patiently correct my mistakes and teach me new phrases. One customer, a retired English teacher, would give me weekly challenges to learn and use new idioms, which was both fun and educational. Advanced learning techniques. Anna also introduced us to the technique of thinking aloud. This involves narrating your thoughts in English throughout the day. Initially, it felt awkward, but soon it became second nature. For example, while cooking, I would describe my actions and plans aloud. Now I'm chopping the onions. Next, I'll add some garlic and tomatoes. This constant practice helped internalize the language. Another method I found useful was to summarize my day in English before going to bed. This practice not only reinforced vocabulary but also helped me reflect on my progress. Over time, I found myself thinking in English more naturally, without having to translate from Spanish. I also started journaling in English, writing about my daily experiences and thoughts, which further solidified my language skills. Overcoming mistakes. One important lesson was learning to embrace mistakes. Anna emphasized that making mistakes is a natural part of the learning process. I recall a time when I mispronounced focus in a conversation, leading to some laughs, but instead of feeling embarrassed, I used it as a learning opportunity. Each mistake was a step towards fluency. Anna shared her own experiences of learning Spanish, where she made numerous mistakes, but persevered. Her stories were both comforting and inspiring, reminding us that everyone goes through similar struggles when learning a new language. She taught us that every error is a lesson in disguise and a stepping stone to mastery. Additionally, I learned to laugh at my mistakes and view them as part of the learning journey. For example, during a group activity, I once mixed up dessert and dessert, which led to a funny discussion, but also a memorable lesson. Today, I not only speak English fluently, but I also think in English. The journey was filled with notes of music, laughter, and countless conversations. My advice to anyone embarking on this path is to find joy in the process. Whether through music, volunteering, or social gatherings, immerse yourself fully. Embrace the mistakes, as they are part of your growth. Remember, language is not just about words. It's about connecting with people and sharing experiences. Celebrate your small victories, whether it's understanding a new word, having a successful conversation, or simply enjoying an English song. Thank you for letting me share my story. If you've enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to this channel for more inspiring journeys. Share your experiences in the comments. I'd love to hear how you're turning your language learning into an adventure of your own.
Thank you for watching Sarah's inspiring story. If you found it helpful, please subscribe to our channel for more uplifting and educational content. Don't forget to hit the like button and share your own language learning experiences in the comments below. Remember, every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Keep learning and stay motivated.